Good evening once again. It's time to briefly look at some stories that featured in our bulletin this evening. I'm Mandy Strauss. The 2011-2012 appropriation bill amounting to $35.9 billion was tabled in the National Assembly today. The focus of expenditure would be on consolidating economic growth, job creation, infrastructure development, welfare improvement and a more equitable distribution of wealth. Other key areas favoured by the allocations in this year's budget include the improvement of human capital development, law and order, food security, development of youth and women as well as rural development. The Minister also announced government's new program called Targeted Intervention Program for Employment and Economic Growth, which is allocated $9.1 billion for the medium-term expenditure framework. In the Caprivi region, most villages in the eastern floodplains are under flood waters and the relocation process of the flood victims to higher ground is already underway. Apart from flooding homesteads, the floods have also submerged crop fields, leaving the rural poor without food, while school-going children are forced to adapt to their new circumstances. The relocated at the Lusese camps are appealing for more tents and food aid because the tents they have been using over the past few years are now old. In other headlines, some shops in Chinatown in Windhoek's northern industrial area have once again found themselves in hot soup. This time around, customs and excise officials, including South African brand protections managers, raided a complex where some suspected shops are housed and confiscated an assortment of counterfeit products. The confiscated goods included brand name products such as Adidas, Levi's and Nike's. The Khomas Regional Police have recovered stolen goods worth $11,000. The items were stolen from a house in Windhoek North after a burglary and the suspects were arrested on the same day. Khomas Regional Police Public Relations Officer Sergeant Katrina Naukushu has thanked the public for their cooperation and believes if people continue to cooperate with the police, such cooperation might in the long term make it impossible for the criminals to carry out their evil deeds. In international news, at least 36 people have been killed in a suicide bombing at a funeral procession in northwestern Pakistan. The funeral was for the wife of a pro-government ethnic Pushtun elder in the Adazai village. It was being attended by many anti-Taliban militiamen in the region. At least 40 people were wounded. Several anti-Taliban tribal groups are based in the area and they are often targeted by the insurgents. The Taliban claimed responsibility of the bombing. In sports news, Windhoek will play host to the first DTS Marua Superspar sponsored volleyball tournament this coming weekend. The tournament is penciled for the DTS sports fields. According to the organizer Heiko Kesselman, it is all systems go for the two-day event where competitors will battle it out in the two-a-side on Saturday and a four-a-side social category on Sunday. The total sponsorship money by Marua Superspar will be used to host 7 tournaments with only one of them slated for Swakopmund, with Windhoek expected to play host to the rest. And that's all from us tonight. It's been a pleasure being in your company. Good night.